What is up, hustlers? What is up? What is up? What is up? This is Rish. Just wanted to make a quick video for you guys and have like a reality check with you, because I want to kind of be very transparent about what happens when you are an e-com seller, when you are selling on Amazon. All right, what goes down and what happens. But let me tell you, this shit gets really interesting. I want to be very freaking transparent with you. I want you to understand this happens and this is normal in this Amazon universe. Now, what I'm going to do here is actually I'm looking at my app right now, and I think it'll be just better if I record my screen on the phone and show it to you guys on the video on the side right here. I'm going to open up my seller app right now, and as you can see, currently I'm in the month of March. This is the month of March, therefore you do not see any sales. But let me show you a magic trick right here. Let me show you reality. But before we do that, before I show you anything, and before I talk about this video any further, I would really appreciate if you can please hit that thumbs up button. Actually just smash it. All right, take a hammer and just smash it for being so transparent with you guys, because I want to know, everybody who watched this, if you kind of respect the fact of this transparency of information from me to you, please smash that like button. It will really give me an idea about, do you really want to check with the reality or not? All right, back to the point. So as you can see, I've actually pulled up my app, Amazon Seller Central app, currently logged into Amazon USA because that's where I sell. And what else? Yeah, you can see that there are no sales because it's March. Today is the 1st of March. Okay, there are no sales. It's normal, right? But I'm gonna actually go to last 30 days. I'm doing it in front of you. This is live on my app. All right, last 30 days, and I'm gonna hit confirm and see what happens. Woo! I made an entire $26.49 in the month of February. All right, last 30 days. So it's from 31st of January to the 28th of February. Basically, I did not have any sales. Yeah, so that's a fact. Okay, this one unit that sold is actually one of my products, which I am kind of, you can say, liquidating right now. I'm not going to be pursuing it anymore. It did not work out as expected. It's fine. It's normal. It happens on Amazon. But yeah, my biggest winner, the product that made me $265,000. All right, I'll probably put a screenshot here. Maybe it's around 265,000. It's definitely above 250K. The product that made me more than 250K USD on Amazon in 2018 has been hibernating since the last 50 days. Can you imagine? Since the last 50 days, the product is just off the catalog of Amazon. It's not available to sell on Amazon. They've basically marked my inventory as, what is the word, stranded, all right, because of some certification issues. I've already provided everything, but they keep asking me for new stuff every time I give them the stuff they asked in the previous email. I mean, can you imagine that? It's so frustrating. And I've basically solved everything. I've got everything in place. The latest problem and the latest update on the case is that I've got a testing report for my product from Amazon, from my supplier, issued by a testing authority company which Amazon supports. All right, so I've got the right document. The only problem is that my product has a different configuration than all of the options that the manufacturer has. So basically the testing company has tested all of the options that the factory has for that particular kind of product in one report, and my product has only some variants of those 100 plus variants that the factory manufactures. So that is the difference now in the report. And now they're saying that it's not an exact match. The number of pieces in your unit and in the report are not the same, and blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm just having a discussion with them and let's see what happens. So how the hell does this happen? This is a very normal thing on Amazon. All you can do is by following the things that I keep telling you guys and by paying attention to what I say, you can literally minimize this problem for yourself. You can avoid or at least prevent it as much as possible. It will still happen because Look at me, like I'm doing everything by the book. I comply to all the things that are necessary to sell that particular product in the United States. I comply to all the Amazon standards. I comply to all packaging standards, and this shit still happens. If you haven't checked this video out, because that was really depressing when it happened in November, check it out. And it's normal, but you have to be prepared for it. You have to be strategically prepared for it, and you have to be also mentally prepared for it. But yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually just give you some pointers, and what you need to do is basically remember these and try and solve for these problems before you launch, okay? So that you do not, at least you avoid being in this scenario as much as possible. It will still happen probably, but you can avoid it if you follow these things. Okay, enough with the fluff. I'm gonna get directly to the point, and we're gonna end the video right then. The number one thing, certification. You have to definitely ensure and understand what are the certifications required for you to sell that product in the United States. Okay, you have to freaking do your research correctly. Look at your competitor products, look at what certifications do they have, look at their packaging. It's not very difficult to do this research. You just have to look at your competitors, and okay, and you have to talk to your suppliers, you have to talk to your factories, you have to ask them what certifications have they already issued for their products. Ask them that in advance when you're talking to them and when you're negotiating with them before you even start your production. And you can also connect with your freight forwarding company and exactly ask them what are the certifications required for this product to be shipped from China or from whatever country the heck you're manufacturing in to whatever country the heck you're going to be selling in. It can be United States, UK, Canada, Australia, wherever you are going to be selling. You have to understand what are the customs requirement and the certificates required to sell that product in that particular country. Okay, just do that. Do your research, do your due diligence very, very thoroughly. Don't miss this. That's point number one. Okay, the second way this can happen with you and your product is that if the customer tells Amazon that this product has harmed them in some way. Okay, this can happen. Probably your product has some sharp edges, okay, although it wasn't intended for that purpose. For example, I'm not saying if you sell a knife this will happen, but if you sell a toy product or if you sell a wearable product which induce some kind of harm to the customer, they can literally complain to Amazon, and Amazon will literally kick you off their catalog. Okay, so that can happen. So you have to make sure that you get your product testing done. You have to ensure that such things do not happen with your product. You have to ensure that your product is not a bomb in disguise. Bomb. It should not be a bomb. Okay, it should not be a Samsung Galaxy S7. Imagine that exploding after you order from Amazon, right? That's what happened with it. The third point is that you should not be getting too many returns. Again, like this boils down to the quality of the product. If your product quality is good, okay, and if you have done your testing at the factory before you ship them out of the country you're manufacturing from to the country you're selling in, before you do that, get your testing done. You should know what are you shipping. You should know if your products are up to the mark, up to the standards, at least as per your expectations. Okay, after that, you have to leave it to the shit can go wrong when it's being transported, but that's a little bit out of your control. But you can still ensure that you have greatest quality possible when it's ready at the factory, to avoid these returns due to bad products. Okay, you have to avoid your returns, otherwise Amazon will track you down. Amazon will figure out that you are getting too many returns, and you're basically giving a bad customer experience to customers on Amazon, and therefore you do not deserve to be on Amazon. You don't want to be hearing that, right? Number 4, legality. Okay, there are some products, this is something I heard very recently, there are some products which are only allowed to be sold by United States citizens. I mean, I'm talking about this from the perspective of you selling in the United States. For example, if by chance, for whatever the heck reason, your product falls under the pesticide category and you do not live in the US, or you're not a US citizen, damn, forget that money. Like you're not gonna be able to sell that product because it's under pesticides, and by federal laws, only US native citizens can sell pesticides. Don't ask me why. Okay, I do not know why. Just follow the damn rule. Patent infringement. Okay, that is the next point. I think it's the 5th one. do not do that. Like, you should first research before you place the money on a product. You have to ensure that it is not breaking any patent laws, it is not violating any patent laws, or it is not like somebody owns the copyright for that particular product or design that you're trying to sell. China can manufacture anything. Remember, China can manufacture anything. They can manufacture Nike shoes without even consulting with Nike. All right. So, but you do not want to be in the position of selling those fake Nike shoes and getting banned off of the planet off the universe of Amazon, right? So do not do that. That's point number 5. Hijacker reputation. So what can happen, or what can also happen, is that whether, let's say you did everything perfectly, you did the best you could for your product, you got the best quality, you got everything in the place, but what happened next is that some hijacker, it could be a hijacker who's copying your listing as it is and your product, okay, or it could be somebody who basically bought a bunch of your product and is trying to sell it after it's been used or whatever. Like, anything can happen, right? You have to be prepared for every freaking scenario. So what can happen is that if they sell something which is of lesser quality than it should be as a new product, or maybe it's damaged or whatever, it can piss the customer off. They can come back to the listing and report the seller. It might so happen that they will report you by mistake, or they would just report you because the other seller had now turned off his listing because his job is done or her job is done. Let's not be gender specific about a hijacker. It can be a male or a female, but yeah, that can happen. And if that happens, again, like, you will be the culprit in front of Amazon in their perspective, and they will take you down. So that can happen. You have to protect yourself. You have to ensure everything else is right so that you can build a case against this scenario and get your listing back. All right. Not very complicated. Last point. I really appreciate every one of you watching till this moment. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, I think I've already discussed the 5 most important points. There's one more. This one is the funny one. But yeah, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. It's right next to the subscribe button, like maybe somewhere over here or here, I don't know. Just do that, please. And please join the Facebook group, because I'm like, as you can see, I have like a ton of free value. You do not want to be missing them. All right, the final point of this thing is that Amazon can simply have a technical glitch. All right, this happens again. Like, this is very common. Amazon has technical glitches. It's a freaking technology platform. It's a website. Shit can go wrong, right? So your product can just vanish from their catalog someday, sometime. That's absolutely normal. Don't panic. All you have to do is reach out to the seller support, ask them what happened. If there's nothing wrong with anything else, like any of those last 5 points that we just discussed, just please request them to get your listing back, because your life depends on it. Be very freaking what's the word? Be convincing. I couldn't find a better word. Sorry. Yeah. So that is it, guys. That is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found value. Please subscribe. Blah 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 blah. And the winner from the previous video is this guy. Please contact me and let's get on a call, because now I'm actually having very less time now to do these calls. So these are extremely valuable. All right then. See you next time. The key is to look in the camera. Yeah, like that. Do you think I'm staring at you? Does it feel like I'm staring at you? Just give me feedback. Does this feel better when I talk to you guys like this? Or does it feel better when I talk to you guys like this?